you guys finally managed to eke your way around in the Whirlstone tunnels in the northeasterly direction that you've been pursuing for a little while now. And with it, you managed to finally find a very odd cavern in which stood an extremely large black metallic obelisk, which had certain fragments of it seemingly blown off of it or missing. In front of this obelisk, you saw a small Darrow woman, and a little ways away on a larger kind of platform, you noticed a quite large egg. And you correctly identified it as the red dragon egg that you had been tasked, not necessarily tasked with finding, but Sue and Scylla had extreme interest in wow, I can talk tonight, guys. This is great. Procuring. There we go. I'm just going to sign off now. You guys have fun playing. You'll have all the long rests that you want. And as Scylla and Sue went invisible and managed to just barely stuff the red dragon egg into the bag of holding and kind of started making their way back towards the beginning, both Sephel and Indigo were attacked by this small, green-faced, one-eyed, four-stalked creature known as a spectator. And then with that, the Darrow woman that was by the obelisk turned around, and thus began our combat, in which there was quite a bit of back and forth and chasing across the map. Sue and Scylla just trying to get anywhere in there. A lot of attacks not making it, but Indigo and Sephel managing to get a few off before I remembered about friggin' spell reflection. But you guys did manage to take out the Darrow woman and the spectator. What would you guys like to do?
I would I'd first like to gather that dope-looking cloak that you mentioned numerous times off of the Darrow that I blasted off of the ledge.
That you managed to also get yourself with in that same spell.
We don't have to talk about it.
We're going to.
Listen, they're dead now, and here I stand.
There you stand. Okay. You and Adonais approach this Darrow because this is the quarry that he very much would like to sink his teeth into.
Let me have the cloak first.
They're not even paying attention to you. They have just ripped open this Darrow's shirt and are just nomming away, trying to get that blood. You can get to the cloak. However, a familiar feeling starts to come over you.
Fuck.
You're going to make a wisdom save, but
Okay.
you're going to roll with advantage.
Interesting.
Because he's not hungry? Because he just ate?
Because he's not as hungry.
We just have to keep you fed, Sephel.
Yeah, just give me a bunch
steady
of...
supply of brain.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hate it. Okay, and fuck.
You were rolling so good on your wisdom saves last time. If this is the time that you fail, I'm going to be highly surprised.
Well, it depends. So, 16 is what I rolled.
You make it.
Okay.
You are able to suppress the urge unless you decide you want to indulge in it and eat some brain and gain some spell knowledge.
Why you gotta do this to me, Will?
It makes it interesting.
Why you gotta pit Brennan against Sephel here, man? Okay, I'll ask this.
Sure.
What? Because I don't fucking remember. What, if any, spells did we see this Darrow casting?
Ooh.
Could I do
You
like an
could,
Arcana? Can I?
yeah, you could do an Arcana check to see if you can remember or
Okay.
identify any of the stuff they were particularly casting.
Because if Sephel has hold of his, like he's feeling the urge, but he is in control of it now, he's going to analyze if it is worthwhile.
They didn't get too many spells off. The ones that you do remember them using are invisibility and chromatic orb. Other than that, they didn't get any other spells on. You would think, because of what looks like to be a magical cloak upon them and the magic that they were using, that they are a decently skilled practitioner of some sort, and that there could be something worthwhile to learn here. But you've also done this out of like an instinctual urge. You have not done this willingly necessarily.
Yeah, there hasn't been a choice to it before.
And it could supply something new to it. Who knows?
All right, I'll keep this quick. Andrew, even or odd?
Even.
He eats the brain.
Ooh. He hesitates, and then he snacks down on that Darrow alongside Adonais. You learn the spell Burning Hands.
Ooh. Very nice.
And a couple images start swirling through your mind as you're chowing down and you are kind of understanding these natural magics that this Darrow was able to wield in such a way. You learn that their name is Plilinki. They are a sorcerer, and they were indeed working for the Grey Ghosts. They were only in part, as they were part of a smaller collection of very well-known Darrow spellcasters, part of a council, and this you have heard of before from another council member that you have devoured the brain of. You know that they stole the egg to simply cause chaos within Gracklestug. This egg's purpose is to be used as a replacement for Thembershoud when the Keepers of the Flame kill him.
Oh.
You know,
I'm sorry.
from this Darrow's knowledge, that the Keepers of the Flame ritualistically kill an adult red dragon every hundreds of so years to maintain control over the Wormsmith. They do this to keep control over them. And soon as they start reaching that age where they start amassing too much power and get a little too greedy, they kill them off and replace them with a new one.
Oh, shit.
This was to cause a massive, massive schism between the Keepers of the Flame and the Wormsmith, and potentially cause a rampage throughout the city.
So, sorry. So the Keepers of the Flame had this egg.
Yes.
As a replacement for Thembershoud, which is why, blanking on his name, but the keeper that we spoke to was concerned about finding this egg. Because this egg is their contingency plan for when they commit mutiny.
Yes. And he also doesn't want you to have this information to tell Thembershoud.
Mm-hmm. And from the information that I'm gaining from this Darrow, was this something, or if this Darrow knew, was this something that was going to happen soon?
Yes.
Okay.
The Grey Ghost strategically planned this theft as growing rumors and whispers. And you can see these images kind of like flashing through your mind. You're seeing through the eyes of this Darrow, it's talking to other ones within the West Cleft. Little spies that have come back and are relaying this information as they spy on the Keepers of the Flame. And you see that they had their hands in all sorts of little pockets within the city, creating all sorts of schemes, gaining all sorts of information. But this was the big plan.
Okay.
The other thing you learn is that the Grey Ghosts are extremely interested in this obelisk, this 50-foot tall black metal obelisk. They have been using Droki, the little Darrow that you guys were originally supposed to try and catch. They have been amassing small pieces of this strange metal throughout the Underdark and trying to repair this obelisk, as they feel there is some kind of unknown ancient magic within it. And that should they restore it, they, the Darrow, and those of the Grey Ghosts that are believers, will be bestowed with a great power. They do not know its origin. They do not know the true workings of it. But they know it is wildly tied to the Ferez.
Oh boy.
That is what you learn.
Man, I'm so glad Brendan came spicy to the table today.
Yeah, guys,
Imagine if you hadn't eaten brain.
I'm real sorry, guys. I'm gonna start liking this whole brain thing if we get a lore drop each time. Whew. And you said, sorry, burning hams was the spell that I gained from that?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I'll,
All right. Well, I assume with my passive that I do clock Sephel going brain mode. And if that is such the case, hey, Scylla, and Sue, have you seen such a creature as this? I gesture at the spectator. Before, it's a very odd, creature, is it not?
Yeah, I think the weird thing, too, about you noticing Sephel this time is that where the only other times he's done this has been almost like a feral on all fours, like primal feeding. He's actually, like, he is hunched down, but still bipedal, and it's more of like a not slow, but a much calmer and confined action this time. Like, you actually notice he's maintaining a hint of decorum while tearing through this skull.
Why, yes, Indigo, this is very interesting. You know, you're a master of all forms. Do you not know more about it?
I don't think I know a whole lot about this one. Do I know anything about Beholderkin?
Yeah, I'd roll on that too.
Make a roll. Make
Yes,
either arcane or arcana or arcana or nature. You know, the intelligent things.
I like the nature.
8.
14.
Okay. Scylla, you don't know. Sue does not know. They also got an 8. 14. You, Indigo, know that they are a type of Beholderkin. Other than that, you're not entirely sure, but you do know that Beholders have been known to create smaller versions or twisted versions of themselves through their dreams and fears. And that this could have been a summoned offspring of sorts that this Darrow might have conjured.
I think, well, these Grey Ghost guys might be more serious than I really gave them credit for. This looks like a summoned creature, and hey, that elemental we saw before, that was a summoned creature too, so I guess they were
Hmm.
pretty good at that kind of stuff.
It does seem like they are quite strong in their magics. Do you think that this is a um child of a larger beast? She
Well,
like indicates.
I I don't think they reproduce quite like that. It's instead of a mommy meeting a daddy or whatever, I think it's more of like a they dream themselves into being kind of it's kind of abstract, honestly. I mean, the giant 50-foot column of metal could have something to do with it too. I've never seen anything like that before either.
Yeah, perhaps we should look into that. Sephel, she turns around.
Oh no, Sephel might be busy.
I think, Will, how long does it take me to consume?
It does
that's ever
not
been
take you long
established.
to consume it at all. They're a small creature. It's more of like you would probably sit there in a daze for a moment, just sifting through the mental bombardment that you're getting. The more horrifying thing would be Adonais ripping apart the rest of the body.
Yeah.
In consuming it.
I feel like this was a bonding moment for Adonais and I. He was just like tearing apart the body, and I just chomped down on the.
It is quite kind of Sephel to help Adonais. Seems he's adjusting the body for him there. It looks a bit strange. Sephel, would you like to examine the obelisk?
Oh, that's real nice. She is like,
yes, I will. I'll be up in a moment. There are some things we need to discuss. And he is gonna sort of shake himself back into reality and just kind of pull the cloak off of this Plinky. Was that the name?
Plinky.
Yeah, Plinky. Actually, I am mispronouncing it. Is Pliinki. I don't know why my eyes were like not reading that right before.
Plinky. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull the cloak off Plinky, and I will climb back up to reconvene.
Okay, are you doing a general search of the body, or are you just ripping off the cloak?
No, I will search as well.
Okay.
I will make sure to get the cloak, but I will actually investigate everything.
Okay. Do either investigation or perception.
Not fantastic. 13 on investigation.
Okay. One moment here. Yes, that's the thing. Okay, so on Plinky's body, you managed to find a stick of charcoal, a battered notebook with pages made of Trillimac fungus, and you find an odd-looking single gold coin. And you find that the notebook has a series of dwarvish writing in there, which I don't believe you speak.
I do not.
And other than the cloak, yeah, those are the only things you find on this particular body.
Okay. What in particular, if I were to hold up a standard piece of gold next to this coin, what is odd looking about it?
It's more so that, like, what is stamped upon it is different. Okay. So a lot of the gold that you currently have, there's a little bit that you would recognize from, like, the surface world, more humanoid, or not humanoid, but, like, human and regular dwarf gold. You recognize that a couple of the pieces that you carry hold a more, while not having like fanciful script or like a king or queen figurehead upon them, some of them actually have like coloring to them, like a rose gold or a white gold, and they bear a sword and a axe on one side, and you've seen a lot of those within Gracklestug, so you would think those are like the gray dwarf specific types of coins. This one, actually you could roll me I would say either insight, investigation. Yeah, insight or investigation. on this one, and anybody is welcome to if they see this coin.
21 investigation.
Okay. You know that this is called a I'm gonna butcher this. I think it's called a shilmire. And those that read better English, it's SHILMAER. And it's an ancient gold coin that was traded amongst the surface elves when they first came to the material plane.
Oh, shit.
And that's all you know about it.
Okay. So I will return up to my companions, cloak and other things in hand. We should certainly investigate the obelisk, but Indigo, well, all of us, but we have some things to discuss about our current goals in this area. And for the sake of brevity, Sephel will explain essentially the hit on Thembershad that was planned, and the presence of this red dragon egg here was specifically to throw off that plot. But regardless, should we return it, the Keepers of the Flame would most likely continue with their plan to kill the Wormsmith.
Wow. Wow.
Do we... well, first of all, it does sound like that means that the egg is about to hatch. And she looks meaningfully at Sue.
That, or they have the means to manually hatch it, but your theory is most likely correct. It also means that I no longer have any reservations of you taking it. I don't wish to be a part in politics.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
that is good.
I wasn't particularly keen on giving it up.
And I wasn't
because let's think of it this way. If we give it to the Keepers of the Flame, they'll use it, they'll kill Thumbershoud, there'll be a new Wormsmith, that'll be a child, they'll control it. Or you give it to the Wormsmith, what do you think he'd do?
I'd probably smash it or something drastic.
Probably, and that'd just be a fucking waste.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I agree. I think
No,
the best case scenario is that you keep the egg, and that way when we tell Thumbershoud about it and he gets all murdery, I'm not lying when I say I don't have it.
That's very fair. I like that thinking. I like that. I don't know about y'all, but I like that.
No, I am in agreement. I think this egg should remain gone.
Beautiful. All right. Now, this large obelisk thing, do we care about this, or are we getting the fuck out of here?
I don't care about it, but I'm happy to help uncover its secrets.
I would like to understand it a little better. I would also like, if it's agreeable with everyone, we have collected a series of unknown objects that may be useful to us that I have been waiting to sit with and have not had the chance. If you will allow me.
It is common for those of your age to need to sit once in a while. I'm okay with this.
Oh, Scylla, you didn't need to hurt him like that so soon.
Jeez.
Would that hurt you, Sephel? Should you not sit?
I'm not even technically an old man, yet she's not particularly wrong. So I will pass that. I do need to sit.
Sephel, can I touch the pillar?
You know what? Fine.
Oh, sweet.
Have fun.
Will, I'd like to touch the pillar.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token up.
Well, you love to hear that.
And
Just gonna
then,
touch the butt.
Hey, Sue, would you mind stepping back, please?
how many hit points do you
Absolutely.
have?
Not as many as I'd like.
Stu slides down the two levels to stand by Adonais, who's looking a little odd. But you touch the obelisk, and nothing happens.
Are you doing it right? Perhaps you need to cast magic at it.
I know the lady was doing some chanting, I think, right? Or standing.
I think so.
I'm gonna stand
I will,
over where we saw the Darrow stand on the other side.
Sure.
I want to actually throw the Darrow's notebook. I haven't even read it. But when he's talking about chants, I'll be like, just don't kill yourself or anybody else. And I'm going to toss up the notebook.
Well,
And I'm
thanks,
gonna-
buddy.
I'm going to sit down, and while Indigo is doing this, I'm going to begin casting Identify on the items I have.
Sure. Okay. What are you doing, Indigo?
What language is this journal in? This one that was in
Uh,
Dwarven?
Yeah, it's in Dwarvish.
I can help
actually-
with that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, come on up, Scylla.
Yeah, Scylla is not an idiot, and she'll know that he can't read that. And she comes up and she takes the journal out of Indigo's hands and she flips it open and immediately starts reading aloud.
Okay. It becomes quite boring to you very quickly.
She doesn't
As-
realize it and she keeps going.
Okay. As it's mostly just a laundry list of random items, mostly coins and jewelry, kind of like a ledger, but there are no dates, and some entries appear in different handwriting. And the last entry describes a sudden and miraculous appearance of a strange gold coin. However, one passage you do find kind of tucked away towards the back seems to go from this kind of ledger-ish type noting to what kind of seems like a journal entry. And to sum it all up, you think this must have been Plinky writing, because it talks about the Grey Ghost's most recent move into the far depths of the Whirlstone tunnels, and how they seem to be getting closer and closer to reassembling the obelisk, and how they are pleased that once they complete it, they will be blessed by Dorinka, and that the unimaginable power within it shall be theirs to conquer all of Gracklestoke. And that's it. That's all that's in this book.
Can I roll on Dorinka?
Yeah, make a religion check.
I think I did decent on that. 18.
Nice. You've heard of Dorinka. She is they are a powerful Darrow god, which could mean they're real, could mean they're not. You know, the Darrow and their beliefs are somewhat kind of like the Koatoa, which you have definitely had many a run-in with, in that, they kind of have semi-made up gods, but nobody actively insults them because they don't want hellfire and brimstone essentially brought down upon them.
Oh, so Dorinka is like the deep father of the Darrow.
Could be. You haven't heard them assigned to a particular domain, just that they are some kind of magically potent Darrow god.
Yeah, she will, when she reads Dorinko, she will absolutely fill everyone in on that.
Interesting. Huh. So you think we should try to do magic at it?
I do not think that it should remain.
Indigo, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Absolutely. 6.
That's okay. You feel energy flowing throughout this obelisk, and it is seem to be connected to the forez that surrounds you all entirely. Like, don't forget that the light in here always seems to have like this weird spiral to it, and that it sounds like you're talking in water. Like, it's like when you look outside and it's a heavy, heavy haze of humidity. That's what it's like throughout all of this. And you think that if you were to push some of your own magics within it, whatever amassing energy is in it at the time would be activated and used. And let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that is what you get.
Yeah, so I feel like I could kind of wake it up if I used magic on it, but it would have an effect, and I'm not sure exactly what effect that would be.
I'm not sure that we want to wake it up, but we should not leave it in its current state either way. Either we wake it, or I think we remove some of the metal from it.
Does that seem plausible, Will? I know you say it's been repaired, but is that a clear mechanism?
You go ahead, either do perception or investigation here. This is something interesting here. Or if you want to do Arcana, you can.
I would love to percept.
I'll help percept.
Cool. That's 25. Thank you,
Okay.
Solo.
You look at some of the noticeable missing pieces, and where you can see what looks like small cracks of where something might have been put back. But you don't see, like, hammer marks, and you don't see any kind of welding of any type. So however they've been repairing it, you don't understand how that's been happening. As to destroying it, you don't see any discernible marks upon the surface of the obelisk near these missing chunks to show you how it might have been originally done. Do you think you could potentially damage it? Sure. How you mean to go about that, though, is up to you.
Honestly, so it might be easier to, like, destroy this cave than it would be to, break this thing. I'm not saying we don't try, but I'm a little magically spent at the moment. I mean, don't wait, I got a little stuff in the tank, but if things break bad, it could be very bad.
So then would you rather just hit it with something and see what happens, or would you like to wait?
I'm saying if we're gonna try to break it, I think we do it after we take a considerable nap, like maybe for a whole night.
Yeah.
Because
I believe that this Darinka should not be underestimated as a powerful entity. The beings of the Underdark often believe in strange gods that, although they are never seen, I would not underestimate their power. If we were to let this remain, I think that others could use it. So let's wait, allow you to sleep, and perhaps we try to dismantle it.
Fair. Scylla, where are you from?
Oh,
You're
I'm
like down
sorry?
here? Like, are you from the Deep
Oh,
Lake?
I'm not from the Whirlstone Tunnels.
Well, okay, that's good to know. Are you from
Mhm.
the Deep Lake, like outside of Gracklestug?
Yes, yes. My people are Triton. We live in the deep part of the lake.
Yeah, I know. I'm loving the fins. They're very hydrodynamic, I must
Oh,
say.
thank you. And she brings her like forearm up and like um brings it to like hit the side of your cheek. Like
Oh,
they're quite soft.
uh, I can feel that now. Yes, it's very uh, soft. I
Hmm.
don't have another word for that. That wouldn't make me feel weird in the situation. Um, I don't know. Like I realize right now. So that, as we stand in front of this 50-foot magical like pillar, I don't really know like a ton about you besides that you're like very good at killing things, and like I like you a lot. But like, what's
That
your
is so
like?
nice to hear. Yes. I guess what would you like to know? I'm happy to share all about my people. And she'll start like rattling off random facts about like her uncle from back in the day who like taught her how to swim and like her
Okay.
neighbors and their like 12 names.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Well, while you guys are doing that, let's jump back over to our identifying wizard here. Have you laid out everything, or are you just doing the one thing?
No, so I am laying out the cloak that we got from Bupito. The actually not so much worried about the dust at the moment, just because I have a better idea of what those things or that is. So let's just do the two cloaks to start off with.
Okay. The cloak you got off Bupito is a cloak of protection.
Okay.
You gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing this cloak.
Okay.
The second one is far, far more valuable. For it is a Cape of the Montebank.
Oh, fuck.
This is a rare item. This cape smells faintly of brimstone. While wearing it, you can use it to cast the Dimension Door spell as an action. The property of the cape can't be used again until the next dawn. When you disappear, you leave behind a cloud of smoke, and you appear in a similar cloud of smoke at your destination. The smoke lightly obscures the space you left and the space you appear in, and it dissipates at the end of your next turn. A light or strong wind disperses the smoke.
Okay.
Let the infighting begin.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like the cape to Scylla
Okay.
and the cloak
All
to
right,
Brennan
Scylla.
because you can't wear armor.
You get that Cape of the Montebank.
And I will take the cloak of protection if there are no arguments.
No, all you.
You need it, buddy.
Yeah, you weak sack of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Why is Sue so
Um,
mean?
Yeah, right.
What? Why do you
Nobody thinks about me. No, it's okay. I
Uh,
just got an egg, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you got
That's
the
a-
red fucking dragon egg, and you can go invisible whenever you want. You're fine.
It's like once a day. I get tired.
Fucking
I get
potion
tired.
factory.
Okay, you make the potions.
I can.
as Scylla's continuing to talk to Indigo about where she's from, I think she would like see Sephel coming up with like the items like he was done. Indigo, there is one thing that I think perhaps it is time for me to tell you all about. And she'll like start to walk towards Sephel, just to kind of like to make sure everybody's like around. My people, I've now told you all about our buildings and how they look marvelous, and the
mhm.
many number of people and all of my uncles and my cousins.
I've been sketching how you've been talking. There's quite a lot here.
Indigo, fill me in later. I think I missed all of that.
Oh, I got you.
I
Don't worry.
can repeat it now if you'd like.
No, that's fine. Indigo
right.
takes very detailed notes.
He does. I have to tell you, most of my people are gone. And they aren't away, they are perhaps, well, no, they're deceased. my town where I come from was besieged by a creature the likes of which my people had never seen. It was fish-like in nature, but large enough to swallow a tower whole, with teeth long enough to spear you from tip to toe. And she kind of looks Sephel up and down. It had these tentacles that wrapped around the city streets and crushed everyone which stood in its path. My people are no more as a result, and my home is no more.
Oh, so I'm sorry. That's awful.
That is terrible. DM, can I do a... Does this sound like anything I would have read or heard about this type of creature?
You are absolutely welcome to try to do an Arcana, Nature, or Religion check.
Or religion. Okay.
I'm going to be so friggin' impressed if you guys get this.
Well, it's a natty 19.
Holy
Oh.
smokes.
I have a +8. And
Oh.
just because you said that, I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna do you a
Yes.
favor, Will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna burn one of my knowledges
Fudge.
and roll a d6.
Hey.
Okay.
Skill checks can't go above a 30. I mean, you can get above a 30, but like DCs don't go above 30.
Don't poke the bear, Sam.
I'm just saying.
Will's not limited by the player's handbook.
So
No,
I
that's
rolled a 3, so that is exactly a 30.
You think, you believe that she is talking about Dagon, the demon prince of the depths. He is an Oberith, a primordial race amongst the original demon lords. His realm is known as the Shadow Sea, and it belongs on the 89th layer of the Abyss. There are hundreds of old sea shanties that talk about this monstrous creature. His form is a mixture of both octopus and fish, with countless tentacles covered in a black rubbery skin that was punctuated with many red, unblinking eyes. Fish scales shielded its flesh, and row upon row of long fangs jutted from its maw. Supposedly, the tales say it stood more than 40 feet tall and is considered one of the most fearsome of the demon lords. It's said that out of all the first primordials that arrived in the Abyss, Dagon was already there. And that when Demogorgon rose to power and to claim something known as a Shard of Evil, Dagon rose out of something called the Blood Sea, and they battled. And this shard was claimed by the original Prince of Demons, known as Obox Ob. But nobody has heard of Dagon in an extremely long time. Even its worshippers are extremely afeared of it. The last time Dagon appeared within the material realm was over 720 years ago.
Wow.
That is what you know and what you believe almost without a doubt she has described to you. And if that doesn't make you shit your pants,
No, I don't
you
know how to
should be.
process that as Sephel. Because I almost picture that she is describing the creature, and the more and more she speaks, it's like the math going on in the back of his head.
Oh yeah.
The math meme.
The
The one
equations,
just
yeah.
like, "Ah."
And he starts to piece it together, and just like his stare is miles beyond her by the time she finishes speaking.
This is too beautiful of a moment with this realization to not have you roll a madness check.
That's fair.
Mm.
That is fair.
So how many times have you failed previously? Just once?
I believe once, and it hasn't been for a minute.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Charlie horse. Ow.
I was about to ask what kind of check it was. I keep forgetting it's its own
It's charisma check. It can be charisma or wisdom. And this time it's charisma.
Okay. Saving throw or check?
We usually use our sanity score.
That's
Yeah,
true. We should use our
I thought
sanity
it was
score.
its
What am I
own
saying?
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
And it,
Okay.
And what is your
Sam.
sanity score at currently?
Right now it is at a 13, so I have a +1.
Okay. Do it. Do it.
Do I dare roll with the die that I just got a natural 19 on?
I don't know, but you best friggin' roll it.
Tempt fate.
Nah, new die. New die, who dis?
He's gonna regret that if it's low.
The roll is a 13.
+1.
You're all right.
Hey,
You just made it.
Oh boy.
Sephel, you all right?
You were
over there,
looking
buddy?
at long-term madness.
Uh-huh. This is a terrifying, immeasurably terrifying and odd event that you are describing, although at this point I believe it is becoming a pattern. You are speaking of Dagon, an ancient prince of the abyss. The 89th layer, to be exact. He is not... it is not meant to be here. And it does not bode well that it is. Especially when did this happen?
How long ago was this, Will?
You think a couple months ago.
Okay. So, a couple months passed, and within the last couple of weeks, the Demogorgon has arrived on the material plane as well.
Yeah, it would seem the demon lords are afoot in the underdark.
I do not wish to... I don't want to awaken this obelisk if there are demon lords about.
I mean, I think, and Sephel, I'd like to hear what you thought. I think about this. We were thinking that this pillar, this powerful magical artifact from goodness knows where or when it was made, but if we just leave it here, someone else is going to find it.
I agree. But it seems it is not complete. Was that what we were I don't know what is to be done about it. I don't necessarily trust that it cannot be completed if we leave it alone, but I'm not sure how we would disassemble or disable something like this. My fear lies in that we were told these grey ghosts were rumored to be attempting to rip open some hole, rift down here.
I don't normally like to interrupt this, but can everybody tell me their passive perception, please?
Oh, fuck. 10.
Okay.
11.
11.
Peasants. 17.
You all notice that you're hearing this, like, dragging noise. Just something like stone on stone. And you all glance over and you see Adonais just walking, dragging his small little pillar behind him. And he seems to be walking towards the long tunnel, and you just hear him. More. I want more. And he's like, brings a claw up and he just swipes at the air, and then he swipes back again, and he just makes a biting motion. Give me more. In Indigo, you see what look like a handful of shadows up towards the beginning of the cave mouth. You think you see 3 things move in the darkness, because it's just outside of your range of vision, but you definitely feel like you saw something else move.
Well, Ednes, watch out, there's something over there.
I think that's what he wants.
More.
He is
Feed.
losing himself.
I do not think we should let him go alone.
You guys can roll insight or investigation checks on Adonais if you'd like.
17 insight.
17 insight.
Dirty 20 insight.
Dirty 20 insight.
25 insight.
25 insight. He seems to be suffering through some bout of madness. And it takes you a moment, but Indigo, you instantly put it together. He has been consuming Darrow blood. And Darrow are innately insane.
Oh.
Now, with his particular tastes, you think, with whatever in the vast amount that he has now consumed, he has been overwhelmed by it and is now lost in some kind of trance.
Oh. Our dude's kind of like high on Darrow right now.
But you said there were other creatures there.
Oh, there's definitely someone over there. Oh! Ednes, watch out! There's...
More.
I do not know what to do for Agnes.
You all watch as a peppering of bolts appear in Adonais' chests.
Oh no.
And let me just pull this up real quick. Actually, correction. Arrows. Fine, black, silver, feathered arrows. And from out of the darkness, as Adonais kind of like falls to their knees for a moment, just more blood. I smell you. I smell you. You see a number of drow appear in front of you.
No.
Oh, no! Oh, wait, what do I care? Fuck that. I don't care.
If it isn't the
You
consequences
see-
of our actions.
6 drow, to be
no.
precise. Armed with short swords and longbows. They look up at you. Roll for initiative. All right. Sephel, you are up. You see these 6 figures appear. They're drow. They're here for you.
Indigo, we knew this day would come.
But it's so soon.
He's friends of yours.
No,
Not
very
exactly.
much not friends.
They're nobody's friends. Kill them or get the fuck out.
And Sephel will each ledge on this map is like a 5-foot drop, right?
It's 10 feet, I believe. Let me double check
10
here.
feet.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're 10 feet tall.
Okay. I want to slide down this ledge to the right of me. So I'm sort of on this middle next to the, or like under the bridge.
Okay, roll athletics.
Okay.
Sephel gets a nat 20 initiative and then bites it his first turn.
Find out.
Well, it's a +0 to athletics, but I did roll a natty 15.
All right, you managed to slide down without any problem.
Okay, so he slides down and he pulls out his staff, and he's going to expend 3 charges.
Pulls it out from
I know.
where?
He's been holding it. Whatever. He raises his staff, and the orbs or star fragments, whatever, burst out from the top and start swirling around him as he casts Melf's minute meteors.
You got to be getting low on charges here.
I was at 7 before that, so now I am down to 4.
Okay.
So 4 charges on that, and I can immediately send out some of the meteors when I cast that. So this whole group of people is at most 55 feet away from me. It is a range of 120 feet. I'm going to send out 2 meteors, and I'm going to target each creature within 5 feet. So it doesn't necessarily say I have to target a creature.
It would be nice if you
Yes.
semi did, just so we can figure out how many people are also going to be damaged.
Well,
otherwise.
yes. So I am calculating that. So a point or points that you choose within 120 feet. Once a meteor reaches its destination, the meteor explodes everything within 5 feet. So basically what I want to do, there's this clump of 4 drow here in front of Adonais. I basically want to hit the meteors right in the center, like where those 4 squares intersect.
Okay.
To get all 4 of those fuckers.
Sure. So I just need to make the dex save.
Correct.
Okay.
So 4 dexter. Technically, each of them will be making 2 dex saves
Why 2?
because I'm sending out 2 meteors.
Right. All right. Lovely. First one's... What's your spell save DC? Just go ahead and tell me so I can tell you.
It is 17.
Okay, first one makes it. Second one fails. Third one absolutely makes it. Fourth one also makes it.
Okay.
Do any of these drow look familiar? Sorry. Not to Scylla, but...
No, actually.
Okay.
So that was for the first meteor. So everybody that, I think it was only one of them that failed, takes 4 points of fire damage, and the ones that pass take 2.
Okay.
Dex saves for the second meteor.
Good lord, hang on. I have to update all of this.
Yeah, I'll give you... Tell me, like... I already rolled the damage for the second one, so you tell me succeed or fail, and I'll tell you the damage for each one.
First one fails.
6 points of fire damage.
Oof. Okay. Second one makes it.
3 points.
That's good. That was the guy who previously failed. third one fails.
6 points.
Last one makes it.
3 points.
Okay.
All
right.
And then just make sure that I don't have... Nope, I don't have any bonus actions till my next turn when I can just do that as a bonus action, because fuck you. That is my turn.
All right, Indigo, you are up.
Can you describe real quick what these drow characters are wearing and what they're armed with?
Sure, make a perception check.
Yeah, how good do they look, Will?
How fucking good do they look?
Are they
Tell
hot
ya.
boys?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Fucking
20
styling.
24.
These tokens are kind of hot.
Can I get
Yeah,
their
no,
number?
they're hot. They good. They good looking. Or Orlando Bloom's Dark Twins. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Back in his Legolas prime. Totally.
Lego more, Daddy, please.
No.
No. Oh no.
What have I started?
Christ. I bet someone's gonna make or ask me to make a drow NPC with that name now. They are wearing what you believe is like this nice dark leather armor. The majority of them that has like this spider web like pattern on it. They are carrying a short sword and a longbow. And with the blast that was just done to them by Sephel, a couple of them are looking kind of weak and surprised. However, one towards the back is looking a bit beefier. They are wearing what looks like studded leather armor, and they carry a shield with them. You see a short sword by their side, and as they kind of like come back to full height from this kind of crouched shielded position, you see that they have a hand crossbow.
Oh, that's Daddy Drow in the back.
That's the Zaddy right there.
That's Lego more.
That's Lego more.
You're all the worst.
What
If
about
you
that longbow?
don't think
You
that's
wanted
my
to know
next
how they look,
character,
and now
Right.
you have it.
if
You
you
know.
don't think that's my next character, then you don't know me.
What you want to do here, Indigo?
You've all created monsters. Phew.
Created. We are the monsters.
I've come to terms with my demons. Have you?
Might be about to. Scylla, I assume you want to close with these guys, right?
Yes, if they are violent, I would like to hit them.
Excellent.
Fuck them up.
Cool. Sorry, possibly currently, sorry, Atenes, for this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, I know it's not that bad. It's just I'm gonna drop I am going to drop a wind wall,
Ooh.
and actually, I think I can drop it right in the midst of their line, like between
Hell yeah.
the line and or maybe if I can just get it actually right in front of Atenes, maybe.
Okay. So you want it here instead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If I can do that, yes, and then so that just the front line needs to make a strength save.
Oh boy.
As probably does Atenes.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, everybody's making freaking group saves.
Yeah.
Great. First one, up towards the top. That is a natural 19.
Save.
Second one, natural 5.
Fail.
Go ahead and tell me what happens with him, just so we don't lose track.
Absolutely. I am rolling some bludgeoning damage. 8, 12. Oh wow. 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Describe your kill.
Shit.
Jesus.
Indigo like runs up a bit, holds out a hand, is like, Atenes, sorry, and this wall of wind just echoes out from his hand and like sweeps up dust as it kind of goes along the floor and then floods up in a wall in front of these drow, and the first guy kind of like clenches and is able not to get thrown off, but will take half as much damage on a success. And the guy next to him just gets blown back and his neck snaps.
Okay.
Mm.
Is it 17 damage across the board?
17 on a fail and half on a success.
Okay. All right. Okay. Second one got a 17.
That's a success.
Okay. And the last one got a crit fail.
Okay.
Mm.
Bye-bye.
Okay, half damage of that.
Wow.
So here's the
8.
thing.
Yeah.
You killed 3 of them.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
The ones at the end here are dead. This one there is dead. This guy is the only one still alive besides the 2 in the back.
And then Adonais will have to roll as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He is also right up on it.
That's another natural 1.
Ooh, yeah. 17 bludged to my boy.
Yeah, he's not raging, and he got peppered a little bit. He gets blown back, and he is now just lying on the ground.
Okay. Part 2 of the plan. I am going to attempt to close the distance. I'm running forward. I'm going to have to, I guess, make 2 athletics check to slide down 2 of those little hills on my way towards the cave mouth.
Yes.
Alright, so first one, natural 20. We love to see it. Second one, 6.
That's a fail. So you fall prone at the bottom of the second one.
Okay, so I am back yonder. That looked cooler when I was picturing it. But the wind wall is still up and blowing a draft upwards, making it very difficult for projectiles to get through.
Okay, just projectiles? Can they walk through it?
You know, let's see.
Just so I know what my options
Yes.
are here. It's a very good spell.
The strong wind keeps fog, smoke, or other gases at bay. Smaller or smaller flying creatures can't pass through the wall. Loose, lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upwards. Arrows and bolts and other ordinary projectiles launched at the target behind the wall are deflected upwards and automatically miss.
Yeah.
Boulders and siege engines can go through. I think they can move through it. Maybe it's at a bit of a delay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll cost them half their movement. Otherwise, they have to make a strength check to, like, burst through it or something.
Yeah, it's not addressed in the spell language, but that makes sense to me.
Okay. All right. Well, amazing turn off the top here, you guys. Well, it is their turn. And so this guy in the front, pretty feared now because he just watched a couple of his buddies get thrown up by this wind wall and smashed to pieces around the cavern. He gets an order from this more armored drow in the back, and he's going to try and charge forward. I'm going to try and make a strength check just to see if I can break through it. That's a 15.
15's my DC, so I think he goes through.
Okay, so he manages to get through, and he is going to move, so that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. He's going to get there, and he's going to pull out his longbow, and he's going to fire it at you, Indigo.
He has disadvantage as I am prone.
That's fair. That is a 14 to hit. I don't think that's...
That will not hit.
Okay. That is a miss. This one here in the back is also going to try and charge through. No, that is a 5, so it's going to take up half of his movement to get through. So he's only going to get to there, and he is going to fire up at Sephel. Yeah, this isn't going to hit. No. A 9.
That does not hit.
Okay. Lastly, this more gussied up drow is going to charge in, see if he can make it. Let me get my other stat block up. Where'd it go? There it is. No, actually, that's a 12. So it's going to cost him a lot of his movement, but he's going to get right up on Adonais, and he's going to pull out his short sword and is going to cover it, actually, with something. And that is his turn. Next up, we have Sue. I totally forgot to think about Sue's turn. Oh, she's got a lot of movement to do here. She is going to move 1, 2, 3, so 5, 15, 20. I think she actually has expedited movement on her first turn. Yes, her first turn, she gets plus 10 feet, so she can move. She's going to get to here, and she is going to take the attack action, so she's going to fire twice with her crossbow, because that's part of her Dread Ambusher ability. She's going to aim for this guy here. Sue, why do you do this to me? Making me look bad. That's an 11. That is a miss. Second one, switch up die. That's better. That is a hit. That was a natural 14 on the die. So this is going to do 2d8 damage because of the increase on Dread Ambusher. That's an 8 on the first one and a 6 on the second one. That drow is dead. All right. That is Sue's turn. We are now at Adonais, who needs to make a death saving throw.
Oopsie.
Okay. He makes one. All right. Scylla, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to move 30 feet. I have to make that athletics check, right?
You got to make 2.
The first one is a 24,
Good.
and the second one is an 18.
Good.
So she'll move 30 feet, and then I will move 25 feet more to get right up next to Adonais, who's unconscious next to her, and directly in front of the 2 drow. And that's
Okay, so you dashed. You double moved. Okay. All right. Back up at the top of the order with Sephel.
Okay, Sephel is going to look
Ooh.
down.
Hold on a moment. I
Okay.
forgot to describe something.
Okay.
How see-through is this wall, by the way, Indigo?
I think it's pretty see-through. It's just like dust and debris getting kicked up.
Okay. You see something largish and wide starting to approach from the cavern mouth. Kind of moving.
Scylla sees that? Everybody sees it.
Everybody can kind of see this shadow because you all have both dark vision and it's relatively light in here. But you see something, just like all the stuff that's being kicked up by this wind wall. It makes it semi-hard, and it's not super close to it at first.
Okay.
But you see something seems to be coming from that direction. Something a little bit larger than these guys. All right, Sephel, what are you doing?
Okay, simple spell. I need the beefier boy. Wait, make sure that I am. Yeah, I am within range. I need the beefier boy to make an intelligence saving throw.
Let's use this die. It's been nice to me. That is an 18.
Ha! DC 17. Okay. And no half save. Or half damage. So that is... it's a cantrip. Don't get too excited.
Well, it's still something for me.
And I'm going to send one more meteor out. I'd like to hit right behind these 2 drow. So it hits them, but avoids Adonais and Scylla, if I could. So if those 2 drow could make dexterity saves, please.
The little one got a natural 2.
Fail.
And the big guy got a... Oh, wow, he's got a really good dex. He got a 20.
Okay, so first one who failed takes 6 points of fire damage. Big guy takes 3.
They are both still up.
Okay. And then I am going to move. I'm actually going to crest along the bottom of this eastern plateau here, bypassing the stairs. Let me make sure that I'm not fucking with movement. No, that is as far as I will go. So I will pass by these stairs. Actually, I'll take it one more so I can get a good... I don't know, how finicky do we want to be with this map? Am I on a ledge right now, or do I need to back up the square?
I'll say you're fine.
Okay. So I'm going to stand right there, have my vantage point, a little bit more visibility on these two, and also getting out of the way of the doorway, just in case something really shitty comes through there. And that is my turn.
All right. Let's see. Indigo, you are up.
All right. Indigo sees Atena's on the ground struggling. He's going to hold out a hand. Atena's, please! Casting a bonus action healing word at 2nd level.
Okay.
For it is the only level I have left. And so that is 8 points of healing to our friend here.
Nice.
And then I am going to close the 10 feet, or sorry, the 30 feet. So I'm running right along the hallway, getting right up to where Atena's, Scylla, and the 2 drow are clustered. And I have a quick question for you, Will. Is Atena's, like, the thing he carries, what is that made out of?
You're not entirely sure. You would think a type of stone.
Okay. Excellent. I am going to use my action to transform. So you see the kind of purplish mimic strands like working over me as Indigo transforms into a Zorbo, which is, if you're not familiar, is an angry koala bear.
Oh my god!
It looks like a koala bear went on a bender and had a bad time.
Oh hell yeah!
I think so. You're just describing a koala bear.
Yeah. Well, it's like a koala bear played by Christopher Lee.
Oh no!
And so, like, the fur is like first it's purple and then it's brown and then it gets this gray quality as I am touching the stone and taking on a bit of its natural hardness, which in game speak, Zorbo's AC is based on the material they are standing on.
That's so
interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
As I'm on little stone, I have a nice AC of 17.
Very good.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay. Wow. Very nice turn. Well, it's now their turn. And so the one in front of Scylla is going to try and stab out at you with its short sword. Where did my thing go? How do I keep losing that? Going to stab out. That is a... Oh, nope, that's not going to hit. That was a natural 6 on the die, and they don't have a plus 20 to their hit to hit you. And... Oh, but they do have 2 attacks, so they're going to try again. I wish I remembered that. An 8. That's not going to hit you. Next up is the bigger, beefier guy. And as you guys saw, he had poured something on his sword. And you, Indigo, who are the closest, it doesn't look like anything, but you see what looks like water dripping off the sword. And he is going to thrust downward onto the prone Atena's. It's a natural 17 plus 4, 21. Going to stab down, and as he does, as it enters in, you see this black, like, veiny cracking start to appear over Atena's chest, and he just goes... And this drow warrior then pulls the short sword out as Atena's just seems to be, like, clawing at their chest, and is going to take their second attack at you, Scylla. That's another 17. That's a 21.
My AC is 21.
Good job, right? Attack goes to the runner.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell Yeah. It's the first time I've gotten a melee hit on you, I think. Let's see here. Where's my d6? Aw, man. That is... Oh, I totally forgot that this is on there. That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 9 points of poison damage. And that is their turn. It is now Sue's, who Sue is going to keep running forward and is going to fire a crossbow bolt at the taller-looking drow. That's a natural 1. She fires off but misses, and she has jammed her Darrow reloading crossbow. So she's going to spend the rest of the turn fixing that.
Dang.
Yeah, there's gonna be some consequences for this now. Adonais has now become paralyzed because of whatever was put on the sword. And it looks like, from what you can see, bits of his form are starting to crumble away. I don't want to go, Mr. Stark, kind of thing. Okay. Scylla, you are up.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. You hate to see it.
Are you still a medium creature, Indigo?
I am now a small monstrosity.
Oh, you're small.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But feisty.
Feisty. You ever seen a koala bear when it's wet? It looks horrifying.
It's terrifying.
Gosh.
Gosh, mister.
Am I getting the impression that Adonais is certainly beyond my help, but is he literally dying?
Roll either, I would say survival, religion, or arcana.
That is a 7.
Okay.
For
Which thing did you roll?
Survival. Doesn't
Survival?
matter. Yes.
Knowing what you know of his vampiric nature, one, he didn't like water.
Oh yeah.
But there's a particular
Edward Cullen
type.
likes water though.
What was that?
This is nothing. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it. I want to hear this.
No, I just said Edward Cullen likes water. I don't think it's entirely accurate what you have.
These are
weaved
different
here for us.
fucking vampires.
Yes, because Twilight is an encyclopedia of accurate
Yes.
vampiric knowledge.
It's
Yeah.
not
And
a series of
it's
books
A bit of a sparkle about
written
him.
out of a erotic
standard.
fever dream of a middle-aged
Gold.
woman
Those books
living in
were not
Arizona.
erotic.
I said her
not for
dreams,
you.
not the books.
Well, then you clearly weren't doing with them what I was, but
Guys, stop! We're
It's
not
okay.
making fun of a failing.
it's
book.
okay. I'm
It is.
Team Jacob.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. So you're more into
go
Indigo.
dogs.
Got it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Sure.
Every time that he goes warg, it makes me feel some type of way. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we're approaching NC-17. We got to stop. Guys, we can
already
only
mark
take
it
so
as
much.
explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Rated X.
Okay,
Triple
sorry. So he doesn't like the water, Will.
You think that he might have put holy water on his blade, and if that has pierced his heart, you're not entirely sure with this survival check what you could do for him in this moment.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna go ahead and smash the guy that
Smash.
poured the water.
Smash him.
That's
What you
attempt,
smashing him with?
Trident.
Trident smash.
Trident smash. Ooh, that is a 12. Second attack. It is only a 10.
But what is going on with these
I
smashes?
don't know, man. When I you know what? I'm gonna do my precision attack. I'm gonna add a superiority die.
Sure, it can go to the
Um,
second roll.
That's a 10.
Oh no.
Well, I think the issue is. All right, yeah. I'll add it to the second one. Fuck it. Here we go.
You
So
can do
I'm
it.
gonna add a d8. Well, that's an 11. So we're just gonna move on.
Ooh.
That's the
Oh,
end of
no.
Ursula's turn.
Bye superiority die.
Yeah, it wasn't very precise, was it?
No, it happens though. It's a bad day. You're like, oh my god, Adenase is like dissolving here.
Yeah, she's very distracted.
Yep. Sephel, you are up. Oh,
Okay.
pardon me.
Why is
There's
it
another
always at
thing
the
in the
beginning of my
initiative
turn?
order.
Damn it.
Because you need to be put in your place.
That's, you know what? Maybe I'm into it.
Indigo and Scylla, you see coming from the darkened cavern and heading towards this wind wall is a large, odd-looking creature. And I mean large in the sense that it's just broad and it has these long arms. It seems humanoid in shape. It has these weird kind of like trendles coming off of what looks like a skull. And hanging from the bottom of the skull look like to be a bunch of fungus. As you see what looks like a larger myconid start to walk forward. It has a skull that this fungi is growing out of, these long tubers that come up and kind of form what look like this hair, and then these mushrooms that start to hang down off of its teeth, the skull-like teeth, and these two tubers that come out and glow like eyes. It has these long, kind of thick arms and heavy trunk-like legs. And as it's coming forward, just spores coming off of it. And it digs its large hand into the ground, picking up stone, and is going to hurl it at the larger, more armored drow.
Oh, okay.
That is a hit.
No, I definitely thought that was gonna come for us.
I thought they were bringing in like a
that
siege engine or something.
Is
Yeah.
8 points of damage as this rock hits the back of this drow, and they kind of like, as it was a pretty good sized rock, hits them. Yes, they do have 2 attacks, and it is going to get a little bit further. Oh, wait a minute. Wind wall.
So it depends how large that projectile is. If it might pass through if they get enough like zhuzh on it.
Enough zhuzh on it.
Yeah, like boulders hurled,
Yeah,
like
zhuzh.
large projectiles aren't affected. It's just like arrows and ordinary projectiles.
Okay, it's like the size of a watermelon.
Oh
this
no,
rocket
you're
hurled.
good. I have no power over it.
Okay.
If
So he's
anything,
gonna
it
throw a
helps it
second one.
along.
No roll for zhuzh.
And he misses for
Oh,
the zhuzh. The zhuzh takes that rock. It was not big enough.
Will, are you proficient in zhuzh?
I would say yes.
Yeah. Will is probably expertise in zhuzh.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Fair.
Absolutely. I have expertise in zhuzh. Back up at the top of the order with Sephel. Now you can go.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's gonna be pretty lackluster anyway.
Just do it.
Fun. Big guy again. Another intelligence saving throw, please.
Fudge. That's a natural 19.
He can get fucked. Sorry, Sam's mom.
Be a villain.
Um,
And I'm sorry, Lila, my niece, who listens to this as well.
oh well, that's
Oh, hi, Lala.
those are your poor choices.
Oh, don't be like that.
Also, hi, Mrs.
Dare
Conklin.
you.
Oh no.
Hi, Miss Conklin. We're trying to be better. Anyways, is that the end of your turn?
God, I guess I'll just send off another meteor.
You get 4 per.
I get 6.
You get 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Another one.
Get out of here.
What is this spell?
Get out of here.
It's Melf's minute meteors.
They're not great. They do 2d6. It's not.
Oh, they're not great. It's just standard greatsword damage.
Sure.
Greatswords are 2d6. Anyways,
Yes.
are you hitting them
understand what
directly,
you
or
were
am I just
saying.
doing dex saves?
No. It's always dex saves. It's not an attack roll thing.
Sorry. Little guy succeeds, big guy fails.
Okay. Big guy takes 6 points of fire. Little guy takes 3.
Okay, wow. Both still up.
Yeah. I didn't say I was firing too, so I will leave it at that.
Okay.
And that is it.
Indigo,
Stay
you're
where
up.
I am still.
All right. I clock the new myconoid juggernaut making its way into the battlefield. I see that it's taking pot shots at these losers, and I drop concentration on Windwall.
Okay.
And then it's time to go to work. Indigo Zorbo is gonna round Atenes. I can't talk, but I think in my head real hard. Sorry, but I'm out of spell slots, my dog. And then I'm going to make a vicious claw attack against this burly drow.
Okay.
17?
No, actually.
Dang. I scratch at him, but it's not enough.
Okay. Is that the entirety of your turn?
And I also need him to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Oh, shoot. 16 plus... Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, that crushes the DC 11 dex save threshold. Basically,
Okay.
the claws of a Zorbo are vaguely destructive, and if he gets you with them, it'll start ripping up your armor and shields and whatnot.
Oh. Okay. Great. All right, well, next up is their turn. The smaller one is going to try and get Scylla again. Absolutely not with the first one. Second swing. No, because a 20 doesn't beat you. The big guy is going to try and stab at Indigo, this scary little thing. That is an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, second swing. That's another 11. Oh my gosh.
Does hit again. I'm too feisty.
Okay, Sue is up. Sue's gonna shoot at the small one. That is... Wait a minute. I think she has +6. That's still not enough. So she misses. Second one. That's a hit. And she does max damage, and this drow just takes a bolt straight between the brows and is down. Alright. Atenes fully disintegrates and gets absorbed back into his obelisk. But you don't see it light up. Alright, Scylla, you are up. This
I smash.
one drow stands before you. Smash.
Nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Extra smash.
Extra smash.
Alright, hey Brendan. You want
Yeah.
to describe this crit rule to them that you approach them
okay.
with and see if they're interested?
So yeah, I had the pleasure of playing in a one-shot run by one of my buddies at work, and I don't know if you guys have ever felt this. Will and I have talked a couple times, but it's sort of lackluster when you get a crit, and you have almost a 50% chance to roll less damage than you would with just a normal attack. So to make sure that crits always felt like crits, his kind of home rule was that if you got a critical, what you did was you rolled the your standard damage, and then you just added the max possible as the crit damage. So let's say you're hitting with a great sword, you would roll your 2d6, then you would just automatically add 12 for the crit, then plus whatever modifiers you have.
Oh, I see. So your second roll, your crit damage is always max.
Correct.
Got it. I like it.
I like that a lot.
I'm not saying that because I'm gonna roll it. I just like it.
I think it's worth integrating, honestly. But the other thing is,
Yeah, it
that's
goes
coming
both
back
ways.
at you.
It goes both ways.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It kind of makes crits have higher it's higher risk, higher reward. Crits feel like crits, but they're also much higher risk when they are done onto you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see it happen.
Yeah, my first attack is 16 points of slashing damage.
Whoo!
Hell yeah.
And then the second is a 19 to hit.
That is a hit. That is just a hit.
For 5 slashing.
Nice. Next up is this creature that comes through.
Can I do one more thing?
Yeah.
Does the drow look does he look bad?
He looks relatively hurt.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would make that a menacing attack. I'm sorry, I always forget about my freaking superiority dice.
It's okay. Use it. Do it.
Okay, so
fine.
I'm gonna add the superiority die to the damage, which is another 7 slashing, and then they need to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, give me 1 sec here. What was that? DC 17 Wisdom saving throw?
15.
DC 15.
15.
A 15.
Yes.
That is an 8.
They are frightened of me until my next turn.
Okay. Yeah, you get this. I think that fits so friggin' well with this crit you just laid on him. And then you slashed him again, and he is like clutching his wounds, and he's about to turn around until this largish looking myconid comes up on him. And they're going to slam down on this drow with these large fisties. First one is a natural 19. Okay, that is... What was the plus there? That's 13 points of damage on the first slam. Second attack. That is another hit. And he pulverizes this drow into the ground. And it turns towards you, Indigo, this face. And you see these like weird tubers that come out of the once vacant eye holes of this skull. And you see them kind of like light up and more spores emit out. And you hear this voice enter into your head. Indigo, I've been looking for you. It's me, Stool.
What? Absolutely not.
And that's where we end it today.
Absolutely not. No.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you again. You're one of our favorite listeners. You made it to the post show notes. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, new outro means new news. We started a Discord server. Yes, we wanted to create a space for our listeners to meet fellow fans of the show. It's a new community, so hop on in, say hi, we'll be there. You can find it by going to our Twitter page, and it's linked up at the top there. Our Linktree / the Madness Table has all of our links to all of our stuff. Speaking of which, if you haven't, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We try to, post some memes and other exciting stuff, especially on Twitter, so we would love the support there. We're also going to be launching a bonus action segment soon where we talk about the behind the scenes for the different chapters of our story. So please keep an eye out for those. And if you want to submit any questions for a future bonus action segment, please email us at themadnesstable@gmail.com. Lastly, please leave a review if you haven't. All the reviews do is they help us grow. It's a quick, easy, and free way to show your support. And we always appreciate that. So again, thank you so much for listening. We hope you're happy and healthy. We'll see you next week. When...